So, I'm writing a book about my life in Korea and how it opened my eyes to the world.
Okay, it's gonna be a series.
So Korea's book one. Obviously you haven't read it because I've only now finished the draft. So I apologize in advance that it might not be as polished as I would like, and I promise to add the symbolism and more stuff. But for now, I just want to see how you react
That's good.
to a story about you.
What did I do?
Oh, so many things. Anyway, do you want to do the food court or when you were Korean Jesus?
I was going in Jesus.
Yes, you were. Don't you remember?
No.
Really?
Korean Jesus.
Korean Jesus. Wait, where are you going to find it?
Apparently, I was Korean Jesus. That is having some memory issues.
FooG's week in Busan. I pop out of the elevator and see FooG leaning on the door. His hair is more disheveled than usual. He looks pale and there are bags under his eyes that scream, sleep deprived. The long-lost son returns! I shout down the hall at him. He winces. Dude, don't shout at me. But he still hugs me tight as I approach and he looks down at me. Do you have coffee? No coffee.
Did I say it back then as well?
Yes. I look up at him. He clearly needs it. You know what? Today I'll give you some of my fancy coffee Mom and I bought in Singapore. He seems to come alive at the thought of proper ground coffee. Yeah? I swear, the stuff tastes like coffee and hot chocolate and a secret love child. Exactly, that's how you acted. You were like, oh damn. If only I had some biscuits to share with you. He scratches his head guilty. You were right, those biscuits are addictive. It's the crack cocaine of cookies, I say, pulling the door open and stepping out of my shoes. He steps in after me and we squeeze against each other. Everything here is so small. Or maybe you're just not Korean-sized people. I smile as I step into the flat and touch the ceiling. He chuckles and steps in after me. He puts his bag down. Can I take a shower first? I sniff the air and pull a face in disgust. Wave my hands in shooing motions. Please do. Take a bath, hippie, he says in a thick southern accent. Y'all go on now, get on, get. I mimic the accent, shooing him towards the bathroom door.
Take a bath, hippie.
Take a bath, hippie. I'll get started with the coffee in the meantime. It's so weird that you have no shower curtains, dude, FooG says, stepping onto the small towel I set out for his feet. I nodded.
It was weird.
But it was wonderful. I got in agreement. But it sure is great for cleaning. Now where was I? I step inside the bathroom cubicle and take the shower head, waving it around. Whoosh, 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 and done. It was so easy to clean. Dude, get out please, he says, stepping into the cubicle. Oh, it's go time. I nearly run out of the room. Take cover! My brother closes the door behind him. I open a window, just in case. When he steps out of the shower, he bows. With a chuckle, I stand up from the floor, put the French press down on the soban. He walks with me with a smile as I play mime. I turn with 2 cups and good intentions back to him and the soban. Hey, that's my face pillow! I yell at him with genuine horror. With the grace of a folded giraffe, he sits on the floor next to the soban. His eyebrows raise for a split second before he pretends to fart. At my silent threat of pouring all the coffee down the drain, he starts pulling it out from under him with a, my bad, sorry. I throw a thin pillow at him and he shakes his head in confusion. Are Koreans built with padding installed? I disagree. Have you seen the girls? I point outside. Yeah, Jesus, I have. They're gorgeous. I mean, like, American kids get a car at 16. Koreans get plastic surgery. So, I would hope so.
Not for that hard.
Yeah.
Yellow fever.
Yes.
They call it yellow fever, right?
It's yellow fever.
Yeah.
At least that's what I was told. That and that they have some of the best plastic surgeons on the planet. FooG is silent for a while. Practice makes perfect, I guess, but it completely ruins the appeal. Dude! It's just their culture, and to be honest, if it were normal in South Africa, wouldn't you change one or two things if you could? Because between you and me, I definitely would. I spread my open hands with Ernest, then take a sip of coffee. For the 1000th time, I wonder what black magic they used to make it taste so good. What the fuck, dude? What if they ruin your face? He looks at me in horror. I cringe. Build a new one with a discount, or as they say, discounter. SpongeBob! He laughs, and I'm happy to see he remembered the examples of words Koreans struggle to pronounce because of how their language is built. He pulls the same face I did for coffee. That coffee was so good.
That was brande.
Brando. I was Erisibisse. Erisibisse.
That's cute.
It's so cute.
Yours is cute. Mine is just like brande.
I bought it from a Singaporean Sangoma, a witch doctor, a traditional healer. I giggle. Did you pay with your soul? It was worth every cent, I purr. He laughs and shakes his religious head at me. My theology student. On the topic of souls, how many people asked if you were Jesus this time? I've heard Koreans say that they are the best Christians in the world. Did you baptize anyone? He almost spits out his coffee. Dude, okay, so the Russians take me to Busan. In the boot or the front of the car? Tied up with a blindfold in the boot. They might as well have. I had no idea where I was. But there was this super drunk dude, who asked if I was Jesus. He saw me bite back my laugh and continued in amusement resounding with an amusement resounding voice. So I say, yeah, it's me, Jesus. Sometimes I just like to chill, have a beer, And this guy nodded like, that makes total sense. And I couldn't help myself. I asked, how can I help him? And he told me all about his life and his problems. Dude, I have no idea what I answered this guy, but he seemed happy when I said, now go in peace. Go in peace, har har. God works in mysterious ways. I shake my head. With mysterious liquids. He adds helpfully, then shakes his head. And then this huge Russian sailor just hugged me and kept saying, Brat! My Brat! My brother's name is Brat, by the way. I sit back. Wait, this guy is bigger than you? I took another sip of coffee and smiled coyly. Is he single? Dude! He throws his hands up. I was kind of terrified. Like, I took him by the chest. FooG squeezes one hand onto his cheek and holds the other hand above him. The man who scared Jesus, I splutter. But he was chill. It was like pretty cool. Brat apparently means brother. Brant nods sagely. Aw, now you're everyone's little brother, I tease. His dimples pop as he looks down at the floor, reliving what was obviously a fun weekend. Anything else? You were like gone for months or something. I smile. But he can hear what I'm actually saying. Come on, dude. He rolls his eyes jokingly. My inner drama queen activates. I was so lonely. Only me and the gimbal. Oh, dude, the gimbal. Oh my god, dude. You still have some? I'm so hungry. If you want fizzy, I point slowly to the fridge, making my voice creepy. Extra fermented gimbap for the master. Oh, have anything else? He asks with eyebrows raised in angst. We have to go to the supermarket to get food, I sighed. But it's Sunday, dude. Nothing will be open. Welcome to Korea, baby brother. Almost everything is open, even on a Sunday. Anyway, we continue to have an amazing adventure after this.
It's not the first time someone thought I was Jesus.
Oh, do you remember Zimbabwe? That was funny. You were just like smoking a cigarette casually and one guy like kind of like crept in your direction. He was like, are you Jesus? But I think you said no that time. You just laughed and you were like, no.
Yeah, the other time was at university. I had longer hair.
Yeah.
And this one guy was so drunk and he thought I was Jesus. He really thought I was Jesus. And he like sat on the table, like with like a puppy face, just like, tell me more, Jesus. I was like, dude, you're freaking me out. Yes. I was just so mesmerized, like just everything, and I was just having a regular conversation with someone. And then it was, yeah, That was weird.
Okay.
I tried to convince him that I'm not Jesus, and then he was.
But he was like,
he,
"You are
he was
Jesus."
not having it. He just really thought I was Jesus.
Oh, poor guy.
It's like, man, have you seen any renderings of Jesus? Like, it doesn't look like. I didn't look like anything like Jesus.
But you look at
Jesus
like
is supposed to look like kind of Middle Eastern.
exactly,
right?
but that's not that's not Western Bible Jesus.
That's not Jesus from the children's Bible.
Exactly, you're Jesus from the children's Bible,
Yeah.
not real accurate Jesus.
I don't look like it anymore though.
Aww,
So I don't know.
you just
I think
look
my
like.
hair is longer, I can maybe pull it
But
off.
you also need more beard
And more beard.
and the guitar. I don't know why the guitar helps.
Jesus with the guitar.
Jesus, you have to sing to the little lambs. I can't think of any song right
Let
now.
the children come to me.
Let the children come to it, and you can teach them the ways of. Anyway, so are you excited about this book?
Am I excited about the book?
Yes.
Well, I hope it's a little bit happier than the one.
Yes, it's a lot happier. It's a lot.
I hope you don't create the type of MO where you like write books that start really happy and then halfway through it's just like.
Because this is life, son! I'm writing for Gen Z, they understand. They're like, I was born into a world that was supposed to be beautiful, but then everything went horribly wrong.
Everything is fantastic. Life's a bitch and then you die. That's kind of like the plot.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you for listening.
Where's Teddy?
Where is Daddy?
I think he fell asleep.
That's mean.
What? He's laying down.
I'm sorry, put you down, Daddy. Final thoughts?
No, but Teddy seems to think a lot.
It's a very smart
He
Daddy.
doesn't say much.
Yeah,
He's just thinking a lot.
he's a smart guy. He's a smart bear. Say bye, Daddy. Bye, Daddy.
With your bare arms.
It's our bear arms.
He has the right to bear arms.
He has the right to bear arms.
Bye, Daddy. Bye, Daddy.
Giving him a voice.
I
Don't give him a creepy voice.
No.
Don't speak for him.
There's a difference. Wait. Let's do the voices.
So, this is the normal squeaky voice. Squeaky voices. Bye, Daddy. But if you drop it lower, then you get a creepy voice. Because you slow it down and you drop it lower and you add
The mailman, I don't want to smell the
you
bones.
add a breathiness that's unnecessary.